should be live, right? I don't know if anyone's here. Say what's up if you guys are inside the stream. But this time I am downtown again. As you guys can see, this is downtown, this is the mall. Should be a familiar spot for you guys. Is anybody here? I can't see any messages. Let me know if you guys are here. Looks like I got one viewer. Alright. Well, I guess let me just go walk around, see what I can see if I can find anything cool while people join the stream. I guess people are busy here on Sunday, huh? Oh, you know what I was thinking about doing? I was thinking about going over and seeing Chinatown. What's up? Hey, people, say something. Oh, okay. Misbehaving. Hi. Okay. Going to walk over towards Chinatown. Hi, Teresa Trong. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. Okay, it's going to get a bit loud here. We're walking past some live performers. Let's see. Right? Oh, okay, cool. I miss SF. What's up, Jello Onions? And what's up, CD? And everybody else who may be watching here. So, I know last time I wasn't able to really say too much because, you know, it was a bit windy and a bit noisy with all the cars over on the Golden Gate Bridge. And there's a lot of stuff I couldn't talk about with the bridge operators right there, you know? I mean, people are asking heavy questions about life and stuff, and yeah, so hopefully it should be better. And so, you know, I may go over to Chinatown, or I may go over to Little Italy and show you guys where I used to stay, if you guys are interested. Right now I'm over, still outside the mall, over by the Old Navy. On Market and 4th Street, I think. 3rd Street? Yeah, 4th Street. Go to City Lights Books. Where's that? Isn't that over in the Mission? Do I still live in San Francisco? Yes, I do. I live over in the Glen Park area now. But I used to live, I mean, I lived all over, but I used to live in the Tenderloin. I used to live over in Little Italy. I used to live over in the Excelsior District. You know, I lived in a variety of places. City Lights is in North Beach. Oh, okay. So, it's been a while since I went over to that neighborhood, so I'm just gonna walk over towards, I think, Kearny, and then walk up that way. And meanwhile, while I'm looking around, I'll try to show you guys if I see anything interesting. Oh, by the way, last night after the live stream, as I was trying to go home, I went and sat in the back of the bus, and like there was a little prescription vial that had like some weed in it next to me. I was sitting next to it, and then there's this guy who was like tweaking out, going back and forth. He must have gone back and forth between chairs on either side of the aisle for like, we must have done it like 100 times while I was riding my way back home. What's up, Freddie Mac? Let's see, Yo Pops 215. Yo, oi. Yuli missed the Golden Gate Bridge show, but I'm here. Yeah, the Golden Gate, you know, I feel like there were some parts of that stream that were pretty good, and I feel like some parts of the stream I should have been talking a bit more, but it's too hard, there's too much wind and stuff. check out the Stinking Rose. Yeah, I've been there before.
It's good. I was there.
Okay, let's see. So, O'Farrell. Wait, somebody said they wanted me to go up O'Farrell. I forget who it was, but Kearney. I'm kind of lost because it's been a while since I was here. Connection is pretty poor. I think my connection's actually pretty good. You should be able to lower the quality. Nippy yay. Over here it shows that I have full signal. Let's see, Grant. Is Grant where I want to go up? Let's see. We'll find out.
So it's more like a museum.
Museum of Ice Cream. Never saw this before. Museum of Ice Cream. Should I go over there and bother them? Seems like they got people out there. Okay, check out this the Stinky Rose. I think it's the Stinking Rose. It's all blurry. Sorry about that. I can't really do much to fix the focus. Pretty nice museum for an ice cream related museum. You know, I think it was in Super Size Me. They're talking about the founders of Baskin Robbins. Like all of those guys died early because they ate too much ice cream. You know, like I think the kid of one of the founders was talking about how everybody was dying young who worked over there. Sorry if it's a little bit jerky. Try to stabilize. Turn the camera so we can... Okay, I'll turn the camera around. I just thought, you know, there's not much that I'm looking at right now. You know. Oh, this Maiden Lane is a pretty cool spot. Should I go down here? I'm gonna go down Maiden Lane. So, during the daytime, maybe it's changed since I was here last time, but during the daytime, there'd be restaurants that would open out into the street and you could eat out into the street. So I'm just gonna walk down the middle of the road because there's no cars here. But looks like it's all boutique clothing stores now. So I guess it's changed since the last time I was there. Turn the, what's that? Main Lane Ridge. Oh, Chanel on the left. Okay. So, yeah, it's different from how it used to be. That's the crazy part. You're anywhere long enough and it'll start changing on you. It'll be completely different from how you remembered it. Hey, look, a comic book store. I'm not sure. I think I've been inside this comic book store before. If my memory is correct, it was like just stacked with stuff. Like there was even stuff hanging off of the ceiling. Okay. So, oh, here we are. Now I'm going up Kearney. So I'll go up Kearney and I'll show you guys where I used to live at over in North Beach. And maybe we'll see some cool stuff along the way. Maybe we won't. If you guys want, I could put the camera back in front, but there's not a whole lot to see. Let me show you guys. Oops. so there's nothing much. I mean, I guess it would be cool to look at if you've never been to San Francisco, but if you've been to San Francisco before, there's not a whole lot to see over here. With his face. I might lose viewers if I do with his face. I wish I could ask you to show me your this face. Oh look, Good Vibrations. It's a female-owned sex shop. They sell sex toys and whatnot. Go to the homeless. Well, it's not exactly. I'm gonna have to come across them. There's been a few. Oh, actually here. Do you want to just see, or do you want me to talk and interact with them? Twisted Throttle. Because I can show you people hanging out, but I don't think that it's going to be that they're going to want to talk. I mean, there's one guy right down there. And I see somebody up the street too. I've been to San Francisco several times. I'm in New York right now. How do you like it over in New York? Depends if they start talking crazy then. Okay. Alright, I'll try to push myself to talk to people. Last time though, I tried to talk to people and they were not interested at all. So, we're coming up on somebody right here. On sitting down right over here. Hey there, buddy. What's your name?
My name?
Yes.
Troy.
Troy?
Alexander Rule Nelson.
Alexander Rule Nelson Troy, or Troy Alexander Rule Nelson?
Been with house I'm at. My mom, my dad.
How long have you been homeless for?
What's the date?
It's September 9th, 2018.
About 45.
45 years? 45? How old are you? You look pretty young for
Yeah,
45.
man. You ever see that? I do.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got pulling smoky double-spirited hair.
Oh, you pulled out the hair on one side, huh?
No.
No?
That was Sherman and Heights' gift.
What happened with Sherman and Heights?
Sherman and Heights put some kind of plate thingy on there because I was Mr. Good Looking in school, and I didn't like Allison Fitton because I know she's a dwarf. I'm a little bit too strong for a dwarf. That's the way it goes.
So, what happened? How come you're homeless?
Because the military and the federal government of America left me. The White House belongs over there where the stone building is, where the Hillbilly Fair statue over where the bank is.
What about your family? Can you tell me anything about your family? What was it like growing up?
Growing up is my dad's Rambo. That's the way it goes.
What about your mom?
Mom's a squaw.
Your mom's a squaw?
She died for it.
How old were you when she died?
I don't know.
You don't know? Was she there for you growing up?
She tried.
She tried? What kind of person was your mom? I mean, how was she? Was she a nice woman to you? Was she a nice mother?
Yeah, it's guaranteed. Where I know things. You smoke weed or not?
No, I don't smoke weed.
You smoke coke?
No, sorry, I don't have anything like that on me.
No, I understand.
Yeah.
I know my family is military.
Your family's
They're
in...
Corps.
Oh, okay.
So that means they control the Hells Angels and Rosperone.
Were you ever in the military?
Top house, huh?
Were you ever in the military?
No, I was in the Secret Service.
Hmm. What does that jacket say? It says Allied Universal. What's
Yep.
private security? How'd you get that jacket?
What do you mean?
Did somebody give you that jacket, or you used to be security, or how'd you get that jacket?
I still am security. 5th floor. You get all your ass up there and see how haunted it is. You're gonna fucking know so.
Over here?
You fall out that window, tough shit. God Bay's up there. Don't worry. Diamond or Heights.
Hmm.
Right?
All right, buddy. I'll see you around, okay?
Can you spare $1 or two?
I'm sorry I can't.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Have a good day.
All right, you too. Well, that was difficult. Yeah, that was difficult. He's not fully sane. Good. Hi there, Susan. Good to see you again. I heard someone say that everything we own someday will be trash. Yet we hold on to so tight to material things. What you're doing is healing. You humanize the forgotten. Thank you. I don't know. I feel bad. You know, that guy's probably too far gone. You know, what help? What help can that guy receive? You know. I couldn't have any kind of conversation with him. It was cool that he was willing to talk to me and stuff. Could you guys hear what he was? Let me see. Yeah, I will try to see if there's anyone else I can talk to. So far there's no one really around here. See, it looks like somebody's been through here getting all the recycling and stuff. But you see there's not a lot of people here. It's not like the downtown area. Did I talk about my ride home? Yeah, actually it was pretty crazy. So I didn't talk about, like, it was dark. I had to, like, fortunately I was somehow wandering the correct way to get to the bus stop, but I had to pull out a flashlight just so I could see the ground so I could walk over there. I ended up having to walk on the side of a road, and I got to where Google Maps and the Muni's website said the bus stop was, but the bus ended up not stopping there. I had to chase the bus to get onto the bus stop. I mean, to get on the bus. And yeah, once I was on there, there was this guy on there who was just wigging out. You know, he was just going back and forth between seats repeatedly. I mean, really, I feel like the craziest stuff happens when I'm on the bus, you know, when I'm on the BART or any kind of public transportation. I was also sitting next to like a prescription vial that was filled with weed. Why a bus, no car? No, San Francisco, it's difficult to ride around in. Plus, it's not like, you know, it would be too expensive to own a car. Pay for insurance, obviously pay for the car, pay for gas. There'd be no place to park. Okay, let me see that. Hold on. My line of work. My line of work has me dealing with the homeless people, and honestly, it's a roll of the dice whether they are sane or not. Sometimes they are coherent. A lot of the times, oh, let me bring that comment back up. A lot of times they're not all there. Yeah. Even those people who seem sane may not be completely sane too. But that's the reality of being homeless, you know. Those people who stay out on the streets are generally doing street drugs. You do street drugs long enough, you're not going to be fully sane. Now, if you start doing other stuff, like sniffing glue or sniffing paint, like a lot of people do. I mean, I even have a video on my channel, although it was targeted by YouTube and made adult only. There's this guy who was, huffing, looked like spray paint. He was huffing aerosol. You do that kind of stuff and you won't even be able to speak after a while. So, hold on. 1 second. Let me show you this. So I used to walk up and down the street all the time, and this R&G lounge, one time I went past and it was closed, and there was just one guy in there. I guess he would work there or whatever. He was sitting on the on a stool over there, and like he just bent over and just barfed all over the ground. I was like, oh my god, that guy works here. You know? Yeah, let's take a little detour. Sorry, I just think that's an elderly person. So, now I'm going through a little side street in between all these giant buildings. I'll probably have, I don't know what's, whoa, shit. Oh, they must be pumping out all the old oil. Because I stood on that black thing and it was vibrating. Must be pumping it out over here to, who knows, recycle? I don't know. So, might have better luck talking to people in side streets rather than big streets. We can see if this guy wants to talk. Oh look, open space, Empire Park. By the owners of 505 Montgomery Street, open during daylight hours. Well, the daylight's out, but it's locked. Yes, I have. Well, I've only seen some Vietnamese veterans. I have seen some Desert Storm veterans, though. Oh, looks like some sawdust on the street. Yeah, I actually saw somebody who was recently got out of the military from the most recent, you know, I guess he was over in, wait, hold on, 1 second. Let me show you guys something. Look at that. That's glass from a car windshield. Whoever was parked here must have had a backpack showing or something in their seat, and they got it smashed open. Be careful when you guys are parking in San Francisco. Look, there's a car right over there. Be careful when you're in San Francisco and you see some place with shattered glass like that. I mean, just be careful anywhere you're downtown. Put everything you have where it's not visible, in the trunk or whatever, because they will smash your window open. So I think I'm back on Kearny. I don't know, I got kind of distracted. No, maybe not. Oh well. What was I going to say? Oh, I'm at the base of the Transamerica Pyramid. Let me show you guys that. Okay, there's the base. And boom, right there. Used to be you could go over. Let's go check out the base. Used to be you could go over and ride all the way up to the top and see things from the top. But then they made it to where, or they said that it was a terrorist threat. So now the only things up there are cameras, and I don't think they even let you look and see the view from the cameras. Eugene River, what's up, Eugene River? Where are you? So let me. Oh, I think over here. I think this may be a newspaper stall right here. I think these open up and people sell newspapers from within here. Or at least they used to. So I kind of lost my way, so now I'm just wandering around, and I'll figure out where I'm going once I see some streets that I recognize. How many stories is that building? I don't know. Is it 48? I'm not sure. There used to be a zoning law in place that dictated that needs to be the highest building in the city, but that's since been changed. Okay, I'm over by Washington Street, Jackson. Well, it's been, like I said, it's been a while since I've been here, so I'll just go down Washington Street. Now it looks very different from where I was at before. So here's the other side of the building. Seattle, but happily watching your live stream. Okay, cool. Thank you. Go up Washington Street. Is that where I'm at right now? Am I going up or am I going down? I don't know. There's no one here. There's buildings that shut down there. Oh! So I just saw that out of the corner of my eye. I think somebody subscribed. Other way, towards Chinatown. Okay, I'll go the other way then. Oh, Kearny's over there too. Okay, I was walking the wrong way. One Dogus guy, where are you from? Where are you right now, I mean? So there's not too many people to talk to. Should I cross the street or should I stay on this side? I'll stay on this side. Turn right. One block. Kearny and Washington, turn right. Oh, okay. Let me cross the street. I will try to get to where you're talking about. I could try to also ask tourists. Do you hear us in your sleep after going home? No, I don't. I go home, I lay down, and I sleep like a sack of bricks. Montgomery, let's see. Jackson. Excuse me? Can you tell me where Washington Street is? Oh, you don't know?
Sure.
Okay, sorry about that.
I don't live in the city. I just work here, so I kind of know some. But no.
Do you know where Washington Street is? Washington Street? Okay, thank you. Yes, oh, okay, thank you. Yeah, I don't exactly sleep well though, Susan, because, you know, my 3-year-old doesn't have the best schedule, so I wake up in the morning every time she wakes up. It's been a while. It's probably since before she was born that I actually had like a full night of sleep. Columbus Street. Okay, here's Kearney. Let me see exactly where you wanted me to go. Kearney in Washington. Oh, you're talking about this little park area right here. Okay. Sorry about that. So I will go over here and check it out, but I don't know how many of the people here were going to speak English. And I don't know Toisanese. So we shall go check out this little park. During the daytime, you can see a lot of people playing mahjong and stuff. You may even see some people playing mahjong now. What language? It's Toisanese. It's related to Cantonese. So this is the little park area here. I don't know what exactly this building is. Welcome to Fit and Fun Total Wellness. And here are the little parks over here. And I guess there are some homeless people over here. But find a fireworks vendor in Chinatown. I don't know if I could find it. Oh, look. Over here, there's mahjong. Let's see. Oh, they're playing cards. I don't know what game this is. Let me go over to the top. I'm climbing up some stairs right now. I don't know what game that they're playing there at all. I was hoping we'd see some mahjong or some Go or something like that. Actually, no, Go wouldn't be the right game, but you guys know what I'm saying. Oh, there's a little children's park up here. Portsmouth Square. Okay, let's see. Looks like everybody's playing cards.
Đã vậy chắc phải nè.
Yo Pops 2 and 5, yes they are. It's actually a big problem inside the community. There's a lot of efforts to try to curb the gambling in the Chinese community. They'll have those gambling buses, you know, they take you for free or for like a small amount, give you a certain amount of credit and drop you off to various casinos. They have some of those targeting the Chinese. So I didn't see anybody that I think would be good to talk to. And plus, I don't want to stand around and film those guys gambling too much, because they're probably not going to be too happy. So let me see if I can figure out where I am. Yeah, the Asian casino buses. Yeah, they'll have those, and every once in a while you may be walking around in Chinatown, and one of those Tong doors might be open a crack, and you'll see gambling tables all over the places. Yeah, you know you're filming at the wrong time too, when someone is immediately sees somebody with the phone and starts covering their face. That's happened before. Or starts like lifting their jacket up over their face. The World Ginseng Center Incorporated. Oh, it looks like a Christian school over here. Christian Chinese school. Stern School. Oh, here it says St. Mary's Schools and Chinese Catholic Center. Oh, I think I'm behind it. Yeah, there is a delay on the live stream. It's typically like a minute. So we could do the normal test. Say, I don't know. Say anything when you see the hand. Boom. And then I'll, oh. No problem.
It is possible.
Okay, see, that's the delay. So, I don't know, 45 seconds? Not as bad as normal. But of course, for probably the further you are from San Francisco, the more the delay is going to be. Oh, we're close to where I used to live. I remember the House of Nanking. I wanted to go in there one time. And we actually went and got a seat, but my girlfriend didn't want to go with that. House of Zan Dumpling. There's a lot of houses around here. Oh, this right here. This right here is what you think. This Thailand Health Spa Oriental Massage is one of those rub and tug places. I saw some people walking out of there before, and I saw the kind of people who were giving you massages over there too. So I'm very close. Oh no! There used to be a. I think this place is replacing an Indian food place that I used to love to go to. They would have I think it was $8.50 for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So down I'm just trying to figure out. I'm not sure if it's around the corner or not, where I used to stay. I guess I'll just start walking. Yeah, that's what it is, Freddie Mac. So I'm gonna have to go sort of kitty corner to try to go where I think the St. Paul's Hotel was on Kearny, and I think now it's called the North Beach Hotel. That's where I used to stay at. Oh, by the way, it's a pretty good view of the Transamerica Pyramid from here. Boom. And I'm gonna go back on the Kearny and then up over that way. But yeah, I was over by that place before, that Thai massage place, and saw a couple of guys walking out there, and they're being escorted out there by this, you know, basically this prostitute wearing like these giant heels, giant plastic heels. Let's see. Male enhancers available over at the Secrets Adult Solution Boutique. Larry Flint's Hustler Club, world famous from the day we opened. So, I guess I missed where I was trying to go to, but the good news is Digital Arcade. Pretty sure this is not a children's arcade. No entrance fee. As not the kind of arcade that you would take your children to, unless your children are adults. So, somehow I had missed. Oh, let me show you guys some neon signs. The Hungry Eye Club, the Roaring 20s, and something else behind Big Al's. Have you ever had trouble not laughing over viewers' comments while live streaming? No, I laugh if it's funny. Yeah. What's going on in here screaming? I don't know. Just people enjoying the weekend, I guess. Do they have Street Fighter? I'm trying to think of a good porn name for a Street Fighter knockoff. Streetwalker. Oh, that car right there just ran over the curb. Okay. H. Naked Lunch. Looks like it's closed for dinner. Lots of, oh, Garden of Eden flashing over here. Lots of debauchery up here. I like that, I like the neon signs though. The ride home last night, oh, I already talked about that 2 times during the stream. It's getting dark. Yeah. Well, like, what time is it? It's 7:45 right now. Best girls in town. Oh, looks like
Iris.
Cigars, it's the novelties. Looks like they're closed. The Condor, Topless A Go-Go. Oh, City Lights. Somebody wanted me to go check out City Lights. Let me go see that. Yeah, I love neon too. If you see some old footage from the 40s in San Francisco, there's lots of neon signs everywhere. It actually looked, I thought it looked cooler then than it does now. So meanwhile, walking across the street, you can still see the Transamerica Pyramid right back there. So
something.
Here we are, the City Lights bookstore. Stash your cell phone and be here now. So considering how they have a sign that says stash your cell phone, I'm pretty sure they don't want me to come in here. But anyhow, City Lights books, look at that. Oh, somebody's digging through the trash over here. All right, let's keep a move on. Interview her. No, I'm not going to be able to say much. I'm just going to be, all I could really say would be like, leho ma. And then she responds and I'm not going to know what she's saying. And I'll be like, Totai, bye-bye. And that'd be the extent of the conversation. Yeah, she's probably not homeless, but she's probably not living, oh, hold on. More neon for you guys. But she's probably not living in the best living situation. You know, I'm just gonna follow the neon signs, see where that takes me. But she's probably living in a house with a bunch of other people doing the same thing. Probably like 5 people in a room. No, I can't zoom in. I don't think I can zoom in. Oh, I can zoom in. Why? What do you want me to zoom in on? Mahalo. Mahalo would work over in Hawaii. I don't think it would work over here. I'll zoom in on the lights. All right. Well, even better. I'm back here again under the lights. And I saw some over here, but I can't see from this angle. Oh, look, here she is again. Wow, behind me. What? What behind me? Hold on. Oh, yeah, that is pretty cool. I guess there's some books over there from City Lights that are lighting up. Well, that's cool. I never knew I could zoom in before. Someone is staring at me. Don't know. Oh. Oh boy. Oh, by the way, somebody was asking about the Stinking Rose. Or as they called it, the Stinky Rose. You'll probably find more Stinky Roses over at that Thai massage parlor, but here is the Stinking Rose. Right there. So, For you guys that don't know, that it's a pretty well-known restaurant where everything is loaded with garlic. I think they even may have garlic ice cream there. It's a pretty cool little restaurant. Oh, there's the neon that I was looking at. Nothing really animated though. Oh, it froze. Hold up, there we go. Let me just keep walking up the street. Go inside of a sex shop. Rooster 35. I may get a violation if I go inside one of them. Isn't the stinking roast by a bunch of adult? Hold on. By a bunch of adult theaters? Yes, it is. Like, oops. Hold on. Live music, yes, there are. Can you live stream from the new Transbay terminal in the future? I could live stream from the base. I don't think they've opened it up. And I don't know how good the reception's going to be under a giant concrete structure like that. So now it seems like things have calmed down. Just looks like restaurants around here. What is this building? Oh, it's a church.
Is that what was on the Claire, Doris?
I got Monica with me.
American nightlife is crazy. Well, this is one of the very few neighborhoods in San Francisco where there actually is a nightlife. Most of the places shut down at around 9 o'clock. So honestly, you know what, maybe I shouldn't hang out in this area. I don't think there's going to be too many homeless people I could talk to. They opened the park up at the Transbay terminal a few weeks ago. Oh, okay. What time are they open from? So here we are, outside eating here. Sorry. They opened up the park. Okay, I already read that. I'll try that next time. I'll look into it. Hopefully it's not one of those things where they won't allow me to stream from there. Okay, free fudge sample. I got an idea. Non-aggressive panhandler. Hey there, buddy. Can I talk to you for a little bit?
What's going on?
Is it okay if I talk to you?
What about?
Oh, I just wanted to hear about your story about how long you've been homeless, you know, that kind of stuff.
Homeless. I'm not homeless.
Oh, you're not?
No, but I get $815 a month
Oh,
from Social Security, but that's not enough money. So,
sure. Are you in an SRO or something?
yeah, I'm in the SRO.
Oh, okay. Well, you live in this area? You
I
live?
live in downtown.
Oh, okay.
Pretty
How-
depressed area.
How's the SRO life?
It's okay. Good.
Is it-
It's adequate, just a room, no bathroom.
The bathroom in the hallway.
Yeah.
Now, what's your name?
My name's Rick.
Rick?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. I'm Lee. So how long have you been out here panhandling?
Well, I do it now and again, I've been doing it off and on for 3 or 4 years.
3 or 4 years?
Since I got domiciled. I was homeless for a while.
Oh, okay. How long were you homeless for?
I was homeless for a long time.
For a while?
For years, yeah.
What's up with your family? What was it like growing up?
Huh?
What was it like for you growing up?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, you don't want to talk about that stuff? All right. I'll see you later then.
All right. You're not going to give me a quarter? Documentary? You're going to give me a quarter.
Oh, yeah. All right, so I will keep going. I'm not sure how much you guys could hear him too. He was kind of mumbling. So I'm at Stockton and Green Street. Looks like this is kind of like it's kind of dying out. I mean, you look, no more real lights over this way, which is where I was walking. Yeah. Yeah, I guess he's not homeless. I don't know, it doesn't make sense where you'd be living in an SRO that would not be affordable with your SSI. I mean, that may or may not be true, but it doesn't make sense that that would be allowed, that they would have places for people who are homeless, or, you know, who would otherwise be homeless, and they have to pay more than they're making via their Social Security. Look, someone here has got a bunch of cans and bottles over there. Somebody's collecting. There's a police officer over in the police car over here. Okay, now I will go and see if there's anything. Oh, you know, there's a little park area here. In fact, I think it's going to be pretty dark over in this little park here. But I think they have a time capsule in the center of the park. Okay, I'm going to cross. Hopefully I don't get run over. So I will go and try to see what I can see over in this dark park. There's so many original Joes. Where do you think the original Joe's was? Every once in a while they'll knock down an old building and you'll see some advertising. And you see something painted like, you know, 50 years ago it says original Joe's. Somebody over here. Got a pretty big church up over here. I'm just trying to look around. I think in the center is the capsule. I will go over and see if I can see it. I know it's going to be super grainy because it's so dark here. Let me try to read your guys' comments. Sorry. Money is likely for booze. Yeah. Most likely. Alright. So, in between all these trees is this little capsule. I'll read it out for you guys. Because it's probably not going to be legible. Oh man, I can't read this. Let's see. Time capsule 1979 to 2079 AD. So I'll probably be dead by the time they open this. Dedicated to the citizens of San Francisco. Cal Seltzer. Presented by H.D. Conswell to our boys and girls who will soon take our place and pass on. Okay. Whoops. Let me see, it has some sort of writing here. Congress, looks like it says. Whoa, it's dark. I just switched over to the other camera. So yeah, kind of refreshing to have an open field, you know, in San Francisco, especially in, like, you know, you hear amongst all the neon and whatnot. I'm filming myself. Well, anyhow. Surprised there isn't any security. Well, I don't know what's going to be in that capsule, like a record from 1979. You know, like some newspapers. The opening date is 2079. What happened? Well, there was some guy who was yelling out, "Get that camera out of my face." He was on the other side of the park, but even still. Okay, Original Joe's on. Alright, I'm going to wander about, see what I can see. Looks like somebody's brown bagging it over here. Oh, you know, there's a part of the park that's like cut off. So, whatever that statue is for, to commemorate the Volunteer Fire Department of San Francisco from 1849 to 1866. Oh, there's a children's play area. So it says danger, keep off. Washington Square Playground renovation. So this is improved in 2012. Man, it's been taking a while. Okay. So it should be done in fall 2018. It should be wrapping up soon then. But you know, these things are always late. Oh, look at those. They cut down some trees too. That's kind of a shame. Oh, look, this is pretty cool. What is this? I think I hear somebody playing an accordion too. North Beach Fisherman's Wharf. That's what the sign says. Pellegrini. Fine Italian cuisine. Anyhow, I'm sorry if this hasn't been interesting. I just thought I would show a different neighborhood this time. Oh, look, actually, here, this is pretty cool. Over there, illuminated over there, is Coit Tower. I'm gonna zoom in, enhance. Is Coit Tower close by? Yeah, it is. I think that just happened to be the same time. The same time you asked that question. But the path over to Coit Tower would be pretty dark right now. Oh, it is interesting. Okay, cool. Oh, look at this. Bob's Auto Service. Would you really trust your car to some place that can't even maintain a sign? You know? Look over here too. Auto service. These signs have seen better days. Bob's Auto Service. Yeah, I wouldn't trust my vehicle in their hands. Dr. Scopify, what's up? I just noticed you here. Okay. So, as I'm wandering around, it seems like there's getting to be less and less. Here you have somebody dump something out on the street. I don't even know what this is. Some sort of cabinet. You'll see the strangest stuff out on the streets. Actually, that reminds me, when I was over at Guerrero House, that was over at 21st and Guerrero, I was walking around, I would just always see TVs out on the streets. So I'd always pick them up and take them with me. And I ended up having like 3 TVs. And that's after I gave one of the TVs away to somebody else inside the house. So I just have TVs on top of TVs. It didn't make sense to me how people were basically just tossing out their TVs, but I guess people were upgrading. So looks like there's some tennis courts over here. Lee, where's that slide in SF near Lombard? Are you talking about this slide where you take the cardboard and go down? I don't know. I am actually not as familiar with the neighborhood. Well, hold on one second. There's just a random piece of garbage out here. Yeah, I'm not really familiar with that neighborhood. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, you got this big, courtyard area. Hardly anybody over there, and it looks like it's in pretty good shape too. And another tennis court over there. That's the crazy part about San Francisco. There's so many tennis courts sprinkled around San Francisco. Not so many people playing tennis. Yeah, it is pretty dark. But that's why I'm hanging around where all the lights are.
Bay Street's gonna run this way.
Over there, Tom's Beautiful Hair.
Goes 3 or 4 blocks.
Maybe I'll go in there someday and be like, yeah, I'm here to see Tom's Beautiful Hair. I've heard about it. Yeah, it's getting pretty dark. There's not a whole lot of activity out here on the streets. Stay out long enough and it starts to get to be a lonely place. See, great channel, Lee. 4 of us watching you now. We plan on visiting soon. Alright, cool. Let me know how your trip to San Francisco is. At first I was like, oh no, I only have 4 people left. I bored the hell out of everybody watching. Oh, Lombard Street. Lombard. So, it's up that a ways. You go, oh, let me see. It's a little bit dark. Hopefully the image will hold up. Some of the streets in San Francisco are so steep that they'll actually have stairs in the sidewalk for you to climb up. you know, first it'll start off just being a normal hill, and then it'll have little ridges for you to have grip on, and then it'll have full-on stairs. I'd hate to be someone in a wheelchair who lives in one of these neighborhoods. So it used to be, these hilly neighborhoods here, used to be where all the poor people lived. The poor people who couldn't afford to live downtown where it's flat. The reason being is there was no, like, I'm talking about used to be as in, like, you know, in the 1800s. Because the hills here were too steep for horses. I think San Francisco still has some laws about not bringing horses up hills that are too steep. Because horses would go up these hills or down these hills and break their legs all the time. And you know, it's not like you can go down a hill this steep in a wagon. And so what changed that was the cable cars. Because of the cable cars, it wasn't so much of a hassle to go up and down these hills. Hold on, I can't talk and climb this hill at the same time. And because of that, the neighborhoods uphill became a bit more desirable than they used to be. All right, let me go up to where there's some light. Okay. Have you ever dyed your hair? Yeah, when I was in high school, I dyed my hair like a red before. It was I wanted it to be like auburn red because my mom had reddish hair, and I don't know. You know, I just wanted to have hair sort of like my mom. This was after I wasn't living with my mom anymore. I was out of contact with her, but so I was trying to find something that just had red dye. You know, just something to add a little bit of a reddish tinge to my hair. But all the hair dyes actually bleach your hair first and then dye it. So yeah, what happened was my hair just got super frizzy, and like, you know, it was red for a little bit and it was just way too red, and then the pigment rubbed off onto my pillow, and I just had the most ridiculous hair that seemed like it'd never go away. Okay. Because, you know, my hair got lighter. My eyebrows were still the same, so it's ridiculous. So you can see a little bit of a view here. Look at that sky, isn't that amazing? Looks to be a plane up there or something. Oh, I used to take care of somebody who lived over in that building over there. Okay. Yeah, there are some pretty serious hills here. Was my hair long? Well, yeah, I typically grow my hair out pretty long before I get haircuts and then cut it super short. But yeah, probably around yay long. That's my hair, by the way, for anybody who wants to take that out of context. Right. What up, Freddie Mac? Oh, looks like somebody's doing some stargazing or taking some photos or something. Have you ever filmed in a nursing home? No, so I was a caregiver, and I was in sort of a Coventry before. you know, basically a retirement home. But I don't think that's legal or ethical to film inside there. You know, I was taking care of people, elderly people, who had previously had brain tumors and, you know, were not exactly, I mean, they weren't in control of their faculties. That's why I was over there working with them, you know, taking care of them. Let's see, so dudes, where are you streaming at today? Well, I was over in oh man, let me go to where there's a bit more light. I was over in the Little Italy neighborhood, and now I'm going up Lombard. But I was down that a ways. There's not a whole lot up over here, but somebody wanted to see what's up Lombard Street. I should really do more streams during the daytime versus at night. At night, there's down. Oh, frames were dropped. Poor connection. Lee, where are you going? I don't know. I'm just in the neighborhood right now, and there's nothing over here. I thought if I go up Lombard, eventually I'll see some scenic views, but I guess not. Do I speak Spanish? I know very, very little Spanish. I used to know a little bit more, but I was never what you would call fluent. You know, Spanish, if you start speaking to somebody in Spanish, if they replied very slowly and clearly, I might be able to understand them, but most people who speak Spanish speak it quite quickly, and they don't really enunciate, so it's difficult for me to understand, but I still know enough to know when I'm in trouble. And I guess that's the most important thing to know. Wow, there are some pretty cool views here. I'm glad I came over here. Alright, I'm about to show you guys something pretty cool. Let me try to find the best place to be at to show you guys this. Hey, you could see the reflection of the Bay Bridge off of the water from here. There's a lot of planes flying around. I'm not sure if you guys can see that in stream. Coit Tower, where is Coit Tower? I don't know where Coit Tower is, but you see this curve? This is already Lombard starting to curve, wind around. Look at these mansions. These houses are, and especially that whatever house is up there at the top of the mountain, are probably worth untold fortunes. Pioneer Park. Well, I'm not gonna go in the park, it's a little too dark. I'll walk over on the more well-lit side, so hopefully you guys aren't sitting here dropping off as I'm walking through the dark. Richest people in America live in those. Yeah, you gotta be pretty wealthy. I really want to see what's up there though, up at the top of this hill. So for you guys who can't see, here there's a light. There's a hill Goes all the way up, and there's some giant building back there that's illuminated. House is not a home. There's no sidewalks here. Or maybe this is sidewalk. Oh, sorry, poor connection again. Oh, well, I went into a little side alley. Oh, it's Scientology. Did I make it home okay yesterday? Yes, I did. That'd be a shame if I'm still out. So, it doesn't look like there's going to be much up there, and plus I already took a little detour, so. Look, you can see the city sort of folding upon itself. If you guys could see the view from here, it's almost... Oh no, the signal's dropping out. Connection here, but yeah, it's crazy looking down there. It's like the city's folding up upon itself, sort of like the what's that one Nolan movie, Conception. I really wish I didn't have to worry about constant signal drop off. Oh, see, this is what I'm talking about. I'm not sure you guys can see it so well. Even got handrails here in the sidewalk. Oh, there we go. Some stairs. Hopefully, there will be more light to see, and hopefully there'll be more people to talk to. Can you guys, is the signal, oh, no sound. Sorry about that. The signal, I just can't maintain a proper bit rate. Oh, okay. This may be Chinatown down here. I'll go down this way. I'll just start heading for the light. I'm going to sleep now. All right. See you later. One dog is Sky. Or maybe you're Russian, Dogisky. Let me see. My signals also randomly drops. Yeah, fine now. Okay, I have sound. Yeah, it's super quiet. But I need to figure out some way to keep myself illuminated. Without blinding myself with a flashlight. Let's see. All right, later, dog. Okay, let me see if there's any comments that you guys left. Oh no, it's poor connection again. So I guess my sound probably cut out again. This is so frustrating. Alright, you should be back. If any of you guys, seriously, if any of you guys work at AT&T, T-Mobile, any kind of mobile network, let me know if there's anything I can do to try to make sure that this kind of stuff doesn't happen. If I could get some sort of like super high bandwidth or priority or something, because this is ridiculous. But anyhow, it seems like the signal's done. I hate feeling like I'm like chained to the downtown area just for a proper signal. Let's see, 826 connection is good. Okay. I'd be willing to put like a AT&T logo or Verizon logo or whatever as like a little watermark in there if I could get goddamn working signal. Okay. There we go. So I think the signal's working now because I'm down in an area. I'm right by North Beach Pizza. I used to eat North Beach Pizza all the time. Let's try to see if there's anything interesting around here. Okay. And if there's nothing interesting here, then I guess I'll just go back downtown. And that's where I'm most familiar. And there's almost always something to look at over there. How do you film your videos without getting caught? Well, I don't hold the camera up to my face. I hold it down by my side and start looking at something else, look occupied. Pizza's my favorite food. Yeah, I love to eat pizza, but unfortunately I'm lactose intolerant, so it's been a while since I ever had pizza. So let's take a look-see. See what's going on. Are you allowed to have chickens? Yeah, I think so. Over in Civic Center, I passed by a place where they're selling chickens for $6 a piece. Oh, I was gonna try to talk to that guy that I was filming, but he went inside the liquor store. Chubby. You can see someone. You can see Chubby this way, behind the closed gate. Unless it's the name of this restaurant. So, excuse me. Sorry. Alright. $6 chickens is a pretty good deal. Yeah, I mean, those weren't exactly like the healthiest chickens. Those chickens were probably direct from China. And they were inside these little tiny cages. So they were probably hens, actually. What neighborhood do you live in? I live over in Glen Park. Have I ever owned a dog? No, I've always wanted a dog. You know, when I was a kid, I always wanted a dog. And right after I left my dad's house, they got a dog. But, you know, now I guess it's a good thing that I don't have a dog because, you know, it would be hard to find a place to live with a dog without having a house. Okay, here we are, Columbus Street. This right here is for sure in the center of Little Italy. So here we are. We're back to where we started, basically. And there's the Stinking Rose again. So I'll walk down here and then go downtown. Maybe I'll go to Chinatown another day. Chinatown at night is not really cool. It's during the daytime it's more interesting. You should come to Hayes Valley and make a video of the homeless. Schizophrenic is always painting and yelling. Where's that guy at? Is he over by the park over there? I used to take care of somebody. I used to take care of somebody who lived over by the, those famous painted ladies over there. Oh, look at this. Look at that. Watch where you park. Then again, I don't know if this person had that all the time, but I wonder what they smashed that for. Always wanted to eat at Stinking Rose. Yeah, it's pretty good. Italian food is obviously going to be a difficulty for me because they use so much butter and they use milk in a lot of their sauces. Okay, Hayes between Octavia and Laguna. What's going on? Oh, uh-oh. Oh, okay. That guy didn't want any filming. Oh, it froze for a second. Yeah, you see all kinds of crazy stuff over here. I didn't even know what they were saying until I turned the camera around. What's your opinion on SFPD? Well, I haven't had any real issues with SFPD, but they say that they're really tough on higher crimes, not so tough on lesser crimes, which I guess is a good thing. It's pretty much what you want. But I will say, once you do go to jail, the deputies are not very nice. It's like you watch those movies where they show like abusive deputies and stuff, and you think like, yeah, that's just a movie. That's not what it's really like. No, that's what it's really like. It's actually worse than that. But like I said, I haven't had any problems with the SFPD. It does seem that they're not really doing much. Actually, you know what? I do have one problem. I don't like that they're going over and harassing the homeless and taking away all of their belongings and throwing it away. I talked about it, or I talked to somebody from a previous stream. Hold on, I think somebody was chanting me. Oh, it's at another strip club. Yeah, I don't like them throwing away homeless people's blankets and tents and whatnot. I mean, I kind of understand tents, but not blankets. And I don't like, they just sort of indiscriminately throw things away. Like I talked to that one guy, Destin. Hold on, let me show you guys. The Transamerica Pyramid again, all illuminated. I talked to Destin, who was a homeless guy, who was a homeless addict, basically. But they threw away all his stuff, and I guess he had his ID inside his backpack or amongst his belongings, and they threw it away. So now he's fucked, basically. Because how's a homeless person going to be able to prove their identity, It's not like he's walking around with his birth certificate. And if he was walking around with his birth certificate, that'd be in the trash too. So, Yeah, it makes me upset that they do things like that. San Francisco has these cool little triangular buildings you'll see from time to time. I feel like that may be the North Beach Hotel over there. I'm not sure. I should have looked it up and seen where exactly it was. Talking about that triangular building. It's been a while. It's been 10 years since I lived here. Oh look, Lee Home Furnishings. I was just pointing that out because it says Lee. Oops. I never saw this before. Recycle cigarette butts here. Oh, there's one like that in New York City. Oh, Susan, you're in New York City? That's not cool. So sorry for her. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, personally, I haven't had any real problem. Actually, you know what? There was an instance. So I talked about this a little bit before, but when I was over at when I lived over at Turk and Leavenworth, so my roommate and I were shooting slingshots over at some drug dealers that were over on the corner over there. And the police came over, and well, when they came in, they stormed in with shotguns drawn at us, and they detained us and did an illegal search and seizure. I mean, I guess I understand the slingshots are kind of a weapon, but it felt a bit excessive, and it's pretty scary to have a shotgun pressed up against your chest. But like I said, in general, personally, I haven't had any bad interactions other than that one. Oh, actually, you know what? I can tell you guys of another one. But this wasn't with the SFPD. So there used to be a hotel over on Van Ness. It's the Cathedral Hill Hotel. It was over by where the Circuit City was over there. So I came over to visit my friend Carlos, who was an adult living over here, going to the Academy of Art University. I guess it was Academy of Art College back then. And I was still in foster care, but I was just dropped off basically by my foster parent. So he didn't have a hotel or anything to stay at because it was summer. So we went over and we're trying to find a place to stay, and we went up the fire escape to the roof of the Cathedral Hill Hotel, and we actually, on our way up there, we passed through the parking lot, and we found a little bed, a mattress actually, that was just left there in the parking lot. So we grabbed that, and then we had to bend it in half and work it all the way up to the roof. And actually, it was a queen-size mattress, so it was pretty cool. And so Carlos and I went out and got a blanket, and we slept on the roof of the Cathedral Hill Hotel. It was ridiculous. You know, it was like all steamy and misty. We were like there clutching our blanket, and it was like flapping off in the wind as we're up there on the roof. And we woke up just slimy from all the mist that was billowing past us the whole time. And you know, the sun was like straight in our faces. So I thought, like, you know what are we doing out here on the roof? Like, there was, all the windows could see us right there too, because there was a flat section, and there was more buildings that were up higher around. So we went back inside of the fire escape, and we set up over inside the fire escape before you go outside on the roof. And we had a pretty cool setup. You know, we had a CD player over there. We made it like a little shelf. We were only there for a couple days. And that was the same hotel that actually doubled duty as a dorm for him when it wasn't during the you know, holidays or summer. So the staff were used to seeing students over there. So during the daytime, Carlos and I would be over inside the public areas, just like, you know, drawing portraits of each other and stuff. And the security guard would come over and like say hi, and we'd clean up over inside the bathrooms over there. But then after a couple days, there was security that came over and came into the that came up up the stairs behind us, not behind us, but came up from below while we were like laying there for the night. I already knew we were effed as soon as I heard the door open, but they climbed up, and the security there called the cops on us and kept insisting that we were illegal immigrants, despite the fact that we had California IDs and that we spoke perfect English. But yeah, they ended up calling the cops, and actually there's two security guards. One was the main security guard, and I guess one was beneath him. So the main security guard was like, call 911. I was like, are you sure? Should we call 311? You sure it's an emergency? Like, yes, it's an emergency. These are illegal immigrants. So they called the cops. The cops came over, and basically they just said, like, don't come here again. Well, actually, they were asking what was up, and I said that I was a foster kid, and they didn't really care too much. They just said, don't come here again. Like, if we see you here within like a year, we're gonna send you guys to jail. And so, like I said, that story was not really about the SF police. They were cool, but it was just the security guard who was kind of an a-hole. Yeah, it was cool being over at on top of the building over there, because hold on, I'm crossing the street right now. It was cool being on top of that building because you could look down at Van Ness and just see people walking there, you know, and just observe them, and nobody's looking up, and nobody would expect people to be up on the roof over there. So we would just like stand there at the edge, just like looking down, you know. What has happened to Carlos since then? Well, I did a little bit. I was working with him on a documentary talking about the foster care system, and so I was only able to film a little bit with him, and that we were able to talk to the point where he was talking about what his life was like that led up to him being inside the foster care system. But I haven't been able to talk to him more. I wanted to talk, about the 3 stages: life before the foster care system, life in the foster care system, and life after the foster care system. But it's difficult. I mean, he's gotten in some trouble due to alcoholism. Yo, what's up, Godfather? But yeah, I mean, I still talk to Carlos, but not as much as I would like to. And I really wish I could hang out more with him. And I really wish that I could finish the documentary with him, because I feel like it'd be a powerful documentary, and I feel like people need to know what life really is like for people who go through the system, and how it basically leads to homelessness. Because that's what happened with everybody else who went through the foster care system with me. What's your favorite restaurant in SF? I don't know, that's hard to say. I haven't been to all of them. Oh, you know what? There's one that I really like to go to. I haven't been to in a while. It was an Indian place over at the One Plaza called Gaylords, and they have they'll serve you with a platter with a bunch of different types of curries and other stuff, and yeah, it's really cool. And they have pictures of various famous people in there. They have pictures of Bill Clinton when he was president, and other people who've been around there. Okay, let me go. I think I missed some comments when I was telling my long story. What building did you live in on Turk and Leavenworth? It was the building that, it's 285 Turk Street. I lived in apartment 312. Or 302, I think. Look, the Scientology building here. Oh, Susan, it wasn't for a book, it was actually for a documentary. You know, I would like to get as much eyes as possible and let them see what it's really like. But yeah, there's a reason why 50% of them end up being homeless. And it's not because the foster care system is doing a good job. Iron and resin. Yeah, well, Gaylords. I think has a little bit of a different meaning in India and amongst Indian people. That may be his last name. I remember when I was in elementary, there was this woman who was Indian who came and talked to us, and she told us that her last name meant Moonface. And that Moonface was actually, you know, it was actually a good name, you know, instead of meaning that her face was covered with pox and craters, which honestly it kind of was. It was more supposed to be beauty, you know, because the moon is beautiful. You could do a book to, hold on. Hold on one second. You can do a book too. It's a story worth reading. Oh, well, I'd like to do a lot of stuff. But honestly, I'm much more of a videographer than a writer. Wow, it looked like he was taking the free magazines and recycling them. So this area looks different. Wingtip men's clothing. Never saw that before. Oh, here I am at the base of the Transamerica Pyramid again. I'm at Clay and Montgomery. So I'll just go down Montgomery until I hit Market. Hold on. You're funny. What did I say that was funny? Hold on, this guy's going crazy. Let's go around, see what's over there. He's saying fucking cocksucker, bitch, and other things of that nature. So I'll go over and see what's up over there. Going over that way. Did I miss anything? I just woke up out of a deep sleep. Not too much. I mean, it's just telling a few stories and whatnot. There's a guy over here who's ranting and raving. I'm gonna go see what's up over there. He's the one who's digging through the garbage right now. Please be careful. Oh, I will be. Maybe I'll go look, see what's up with this over at this bus stop. This is the, okay. Am I carrying a weapon? No, I am not. No, I'm not. Although, I probably should. Maybe not a weapon, but something for self-defense. Leaving store. I'm gonna go down this little alleyway over here. Moonface had bad acne. Yeah, Moonface did, so it was kind of funny that her name was Moonface. Oh, that was the wrong guy. This is the guy right here. Wow, this is a sketchy place right here. Oh, he's still yelling, saying fucking bitch and whatnot. Okay. So, yeah, that guy was just, you probably couldn't hear him, but he was saying, God damn it, just repeatedly. So, I'm going down this basically abandoned little side street. There's like no one or nothing. I could basically just walk in the middle of the road here. There's basically abandoned intersections. You know, you could film a zombie movie around here. Just cut out a few people. How can I send you a gift for your daughter? Well, we could try to figure that out. Wait, hold on one second. I got something over here. We could try to figure that out. Oh crap, am I still streaming? The whole app crashed. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we could probably figure that out off stream. I'll try to contact you. How is it there during the day? I don't know, you know. Some of these side streets, I mean, there are businesses here. I'm gonna hopefully not get hit by anything as I go over here. Some of these side streets have businesses there, but it probably, I don't imagine there'd be too much foot traffic around here. Oh, that would be great. Yeah, thank you. You know what, Susan? Send me an email to lee@leeschannel.org, and I could send you my information through there. Oh, looks like there are people over here. Hold on. What kind of cell phone are you using? I'm using the Note.
I like some of the underground pieces.
The Samsung Galaxy Note 8. Looks like they're doing recycling right now. always wondered, you know, all these people in San Francisco are collecting cans and bottles and paper to recycle to make money. Yet you have to pay for somebody to come over to take your recycling, right? So what happens with all that recycling that they take? Do they further make more money from selling that recycling? I mean, it's not like they're paying you for collecting all of your valuable recycling. It says Equinox right over here. I don't know what exactly, let's see, Pacific Coast Stock Exchange. Wow, I never even heard of this place before. And it looks like there's buildings on top. Housing or something. I got a rub and tug from where you're at. I really want to help you so we can talk about that too whenever you know. Okay, cool. I'll look forward to your email. Okay, let's see. Where am I? You know what? I just saw footage. Oh, there's somebody. Look at that. That guy nearly got hit by a car. And that guy inside there just gave him a drink. He's just driving against traffic. Look at that. Old Johnny England. Yeah, 7-Eleven. Let me go in this 7-Eleven and see if I can see anything. What? Lil Lee's ignoring. I'm not ignoring anyone. Oh, Equinox is a gym. Okay, hold on. Here I go. I'm gonna look for something to snack on. Okay, there. So I saw on YouTube like an old video from the 80s of somebody in a 7-Eleven. So I thought maybe it'd be cool to be inside of a 7-Eleven. See how it's different now. How is it that none of what you see makes you want to move? What do you mean? What's your opinion on graffiti? I think it's weak. I think it's weak that you got to try to make yourself stand out by tagging on stuff. I mean, I guess there's a difference between graffiti and tagging. I think tagging is weak. You know, if it's artistic, you know, and it's on somebody's building who appreciates it, you know, then it's no different from a mural, right? But I think if you're somebody who's just drawing a little tree with your name in it, or just scratching stuff into like glass or plastic, yeah, I think that's garbage. But you know, there's a difference between that and like Banksy, you know, who's like a hero over in England, and people cherish his artwork. Oh, I can't see anything here that I want to eat. I agree 100%. Wait, let's see, Noah, what were we talking about me ignoring? I can't see all of your comments. That reminds me, when did you and your wife meet, and when did you get married? How did you meet? We met at City College over 10 years ago. We got married 4 years ago, maybe? Okay. Let's see. Do you plan on staying in California? Oh man, Freddie Mac, I can't get nachos. That's got cheese, remember? That's dairy. Hey bro, Michael Timek, right? Or Timex from Czechoslovakia. Do I plan on staying in California? Yeah. I mean, ideally, I'd be able to. Oh, got a couple things. Got this guy cycling over here. And we got cops over here. Yeah, I plan on staying on California if at all possible. I don't think that there's any other state that I'd want to go to. I have no idea what it's like. Oregon's nice, but I don't know what it would be like living there. Yep. Let me see if he's gonna stop here or if he's gonna keep going. He's probably, oh, yeah, he's going. Yeah, but I'd like to stay in San Francisco. I may have to move out of San Francisco just because it's so expensive here. I mean, I want to buy a house. That's part of my dream of raising a family, is owning a house. And I really don't see how I'm going to be able to have a house here in San Francisco. You know, the only way I'd be able to have a house in San Francisco would be if I'm in some really bad part of San Francisco. Like if I'm over in the Bayview or Hunters Point, someplace like that. And that's not someplace I want to live. You know, I would like to be able to have a house somewhere with a good neighborhood. You know, it's crazy. You see people collecting recycling everywhere. It doesn't look like anybody's got any from here. At least none of the paper. Oh, there's somebody sleeping over inside of a bus stop. Sorry, North Carolina's nice. Yeah, I was over in Oregon. Oregon was beautiful. You know, like, you don't know what green really is until you go to some place that rains all the time. Like, the greenery there was amazing. You know, in California, it's a semi-arid state. Oh, here's a cable car. And you see what I was talking about? It's going to go uphill over there. That's what made the uphill areas livable for people. You can do that easily. Well, let me see. Easily with plenty of land. Yeah, I would like to be able to buy a house someday that's next to a good school, so I could make sure my daughter has a good education. How often do you walk by people smoking weed? All the time, all the time. You know, weed is legal here, at least locally in San Francisco. So you just see people always using their little vape pipes. Zero down. You zero on what? You don't want. The worst thing you could try to do. Well, I mean, there's a lot of bad things you could try to do, but it's not a good idea to try to buy a house that you can't afford. You know, you're going to be in there for a little bit. Basically, you're paying off what you think is mortgage, but in reality is basically all interest and hardly any principal. And then they're going to take your home away and you're going to have nothing. It's crazy just walking around here, just, you know, being dwarfed by these giant buildings. You know, it's cool to visit. It's cool to be here around like these concrete Goliaths, you know, these concrete titans. But when you actually live in San Francisco and you're just downtown all the time, it actually gets depressing. It's kind of sad that you work all day and that those moments you get out, like your lunch or whatever, you're still in the shadows. You're in the shadows of these giant buildings, you know? These giant buildings look cool, but still they block the sun, they block the sky, you know? Every once in a while, at least me personally, I get a hankering to see, you know, see the sky, see the sky at night, you know? There's sky pollution, you can't even see stars here. what do you do for work? So what I did do for work was I was a caregiver, but you know, unfortunately the work as a caregiver actually paid less than it would cost to get somebody.
I don't need to take no goddamn.
What?
Take a picture of somebody else, man.
I'm not taking any pictures.
Motherfucking lie.
Jesus Christ. All right. Well, time to get out of there. So yeah, I was a caregiver, and what was I gonna say? Yeah, work as a caregiver actually didn't pay as much as it would cost to get somebody to watch my child, and it doesn't make sense to take care of, you know, the elderly or people with Parkinson's or, you know, brain tumors, and to leave my daughter there for someone else to watch. So, you know, I right now I'm a stay-at-home dad, and my wife makes more than I do, so we get by barely, based on what she earns. So it covers our food cost, and it covers, you know, our living cost, but we don't have a whole lot else. Content for real. Wow, that guy. Yeah, that was scary. So we are down, I believe this is Market again. We're over by we're in the financial district, I think, or over by Embarcadero. There's the ferry building down over there, and here we are. Like I was saying before, I think it'd probably be cooler to be here during the daytime. We got a woman over here. Oops.
Whoa, this is what it's like in hell?
Yeah, she was talking to herself. How long until Carlos got out of jail? No, Carlos is out. He's out. I talked to him recently. It's still a little jarring, that guy who snapped. Yeah, let me just show you guys these buildings again. Look at all of these just giant concrete structures everywhere. It's crazy. The lights never turn off at some of these places. Do you really think that there's people working there right now? This time on Sunday? Oh, what is this? Oh wow, though, it just lit up over here. You can see I'm suddenly illuminated by these giant LED signs. I guess there must be something, motion activated. I just saw some lights over south of Market. Oh no! Every time that I've ever tried to walk down to Mission Street, the signal's cut out. So I'm gonna try it again. I'm gonna try to walk over towards Mission Street to see what this terminal is that I see all illuminated in white. Right over there. What do you think of the Salesforce Tower? I don't know. I don't think much of it. I guess I just like San Francisco the way it was when I first got here. I don't really like that there's new buildings cropping up everywhere, and that you're constantly seeing cranes everywhere building stuff. Like, I'm not sure if it's gonna come up. But you see right there on that building right there, there's a crane right there. It's just, it's constantly just building up and up and up and up. And all the places that I've known, you know, all the little independent movie theaters have been torn down and then replaced with condos. There's just condos everywhere. Oh, speaking of Salesforce, I guess that's the Salesforce building there. So then I don't know what that other one that's rounded on top is. See right there? I'm not sure if you guys can see the Salesforce logo. But it's that blown out thing right there. Let me see. Do you have an Instagram? No, I don't have Instagram. I have Twitter. What year did you arrive in San Francisco? 2004, maybe 2005. But you know, that's not the first time I've ever been there. Okay, yeah, so that's why. So I guess that is. This is Salesforce West. Let me zoom. There you go. Salesforce West, and this is the Salesforce building right here. And this is my first time ever being here. So it says this Salesforce Transit Center. Let's go look and see what this transit center is like. I've never actually been over here before. I mean, I guess it looks pretty cool. Oh, there's a plane you can see right over there. I'm just thinking, like, from an electrical cost, it's an incredible waste of energy just to have this thing so illuminated when it's probably closed down. But I'll go over and see what's up. Oh, this is... Lee, do you know about the light show on top? No, I don't. So they got these lights here on the bottom. They're all purple. You can see a few more lights over there. I guess that light show would be that thing that looks like a oh, it does seem open. I see people going up an escalator. I'll go in there and see what's up. Let's see. I will go see if I can see any light show. Hey, Teresa Trong. Pinball. It's at the top of the Salesforce building. They play different stuff. Is it open? It looks like there's security going around here. So here I am at the base of it. Stand clear. Let me read what it says here. So it's during posted hours 6 to 9 p.m. So no, it's closed. Looks like there's security coming over here. Hi there.
You going on the bus?
No, I've never been to this building. I was just checking it out.
Oh yeah, this is just the Salesforce Transbase Center.
Sure. You want to be on the live stream? I'm live streaming now. You want to? You could be seen by hundreds of people. You sure?
How many followers do you got?
It's got almost 17,000. No, there's only 21 people watching right now.
No, thank you. What am I
You could give a shout out.
A shout out to who?
To whoever. No?
I'm good, thank you.
Can you show me something cool on the stream then? Can I see something? Could you show me something cool?
Cool. What?
Well, you got this big building. I've never been here. Show me something cool here. Can I go in there and look around?
You can't go in. We're actually closed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we close at 9 o'clock.
All right.
But you would have loved the park.
Yeah, somebody was saying that there was a light show. Is that true? No? Okay.
Well, maybe, but I haven't heard about it.
All right.
I don't know. Yeah, there's nothing really interesting.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, unless you want to just, you could take a quick look.
All right, let me just take a quick look around then. Okay. Boom. So this is the Salesforce building or the transit terminal. I don't know what exactly this is, but they got LEDs going up all around here. I don't want to get that person upset. I'll just be in here for a little bit and then get out of here. I'll come here another time if you guys really want. Stop pressuring. Okay. I'm gonna go out of here. All right. I'll be out of here then.
Next time, come back.
All right.
Tomorrow, maybe.
Okay. Oh, shit.
It's okay.
Sorry about that.
Have a good night.
All right, you too. I'm not really a finesser when I nearly break the goddamn door on the pillar over there. But yeah, it is pretty cool around here. It's cool to be here when it's I mean, I think it's cool to be here when there's no one else around here. I don't know, I have mixed feelings. On the one hand, you know, I guess I'm becoming old and I don't like new things. But on the other hand, it is pretty cool seeing such a extravagant, you know, expenditure down here. You know, I can only imagine how much this building... Look, this building doesn't even span just one block. It's over here, and then passes by, and it goes on over here. Not only that, they have this skyscraper thing, and then another one next to it. Let me just wander around and explore this whole structure. There's a big park on top. Yeah, I should come here another time. Check it out. Does the city pay for it or is it a private building? You know what, actually, I think it's probably a mix of both. They used to have a Greyhound center, I think, that was over right here. And then they changed it to I think they tore it down and built this thing on top. So probably Salesforce pays a bit of money to put their name on the front of it. Sort of like you know how there's the Mark Zuckerberg Hospital. The hospitals existed longer than Mark Zuckerberg. But, you know, you give enough money, you can put your name on many buildings. Yeah, it is cool that I got in. I wish I could have taken a look more around there just to see what it's like. It's been great seeing and hearing the sights and sounds of San Francisco with you tonight. Wow, what a beautiful building, great design, and easier to see without people in it. Yeah, I should see it. I should see it during the day sometime. But I'm still gonna walk around the perimeter just to see what it looks like. Lee, turn around and look at the top of the Salesforce building. Okay. You're talking about that? I can't really see too well from here, but it looks like there's people walking around wearing blue. Bart needs to get corporate sponsors for their station. If Civic Center Station was renamed to Twitter Station, it would be clean. I don't know. You know, really, I think the city should just take a better care of it. You know, the Civic Center is pretty well known, you know, for UN Plaza and stuff. It's sad that we have something that represents the entirety of the UN that's just filled with homeless people shooting up smack, you know? I wish San Francisco put more money into tackling the homeless problem. I'm in San Jose and we have the same problem. Yeah, San Jose, I used to live in San Jose when I was a kid, and there was real big gang problems over there. I used to think that it was like, you know, oh, that was just what it was like in the 90s, but then I went back there and I realized that, you know, there's still a lot of gangs over there. Noah, Katie, do you cry often? No, I don't cry very often. It's pretty rare that I do cry. Yeah. I mean, but, you know, it is healthy to cry when you need to cry, though. Another reason why I like hanging around this building is because there's light, you know? It's just not a grainy mess as I'm walking through. They're cleaning the streets right here. Spraying it down. You know, what's interesting about San Francisco, you know, it has a reputation for being so filthy. Which, you know, if you think about it, is deserved. But San Francisco is, as far as I know, is the only city that it is being cleaned 24 hours a day. 24 hours a day, non-stop. It is always being cleaned somewhere or someplace in San Francisco. I wish you'd show Chinatown. Yeah, I will show Chinatown, but Chinatown is not exactly going to be the nicest place to see at night. That would be a cooler place to see during the daytime. Or even better, if it was around like the Mid-Autumn Festival or something like that, where there would be a lot more to see. So I should probably switch it off ahead. There's not really much here. I'm just looking at giant pillars that are holding up this building. Can you imagine if you owned this little building here? There'd just be incredible construction just going on all around you. Oh, looks like they got a little homage to the bridge here. Oh, there's a rat. There's rats here. Let's see if we can catch some of them on camera. I mean, catch them on video, not catch them literally. No, can't see them. Oh, there. Oh, you guys missed it. There, you see over there? You saw them go into that building there? Wow, they're all over the place. I heard one over in that other pylon. Oh, there's more down there. Oh, AH. Thank you for donating that $1. Thank you for donating to the stream. I guess you like mice, rats. Yeah. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know, on one hand, you got this giant new structure here, you know. At the other hand, on the other side, you got just dilapidated buildings. And rats just running the streets. I just missed it out of the corner of my eyes. It ran right around here again. Oh look, you can see them. Let me try to zoom in. See? Yeah, you got You got rats here. You got, you know, this fence with like barbed wire over it. You got dilapidated buildings. Yeah. San Francisco has always had like rodents around here. Let me see if I could take a view of what's, wow, look at all this. You can see some of the construction that's going on over here. Seems like that's where they keep all this stuff that they used to build the building over here. Doesn't look like it's done being built. I mean, here you have this little Golden Gate Bridge thing, or Bay Bridge, or whatever it may be, and doesn't look like they finished putting everything on the bottom. Oh wow, here we go. No public access. So, yeah. Urban decay right next to urban renovation. And actually right here you could see that they're not done building over here either. What does Salesforce do? I mean, I know that there are some software, some cloud-based sales software. Oh wait, hold on one second. Look at this. It's a brick building. And it looks like this is real bricks here. In fact, there's something wiped out on the top. It says, oh man, I could barely read it. Something supplies. How old is this building? Isn't it crazy? It's just being built all around, you know. There's some more brick buildings over here. You know, uh-oh, what's going on over here? Oh, they got, maybe they're just helping them out. Those buildings made it through the big earthquake. Do you think those buildings will make it through the next big earthquake? I think so. Either the buildings are old enough to have withstood the previous earthquake, you know, the 1906, or they were built afterwards, in which case they were prepared for a big earthquake. Let me see if there's any more comments here. Customer relationship management. I don't know, I would be... Yeah, I should figure out what it is they do, because whatever they do must be incredibly lucrative. Okay, I'll see you later, Susan. Do you think those buildings will make it through the next big earthquake? Most likely. Have you heard of the upcoming earthquake? Yeah, I mean, there should be. We're next to some faults. Wait, no public access like YouTube channel, huh? Wait, what was this? Oh yeah. Alright, let's keep walking. So there's the police that are over there. They just walked past right now. Lee, kind of unrelated, what was it like when you were on the bus with the schizophrenic Asian lady and the homeless man who were fighting? I ride the bus all the time and I've never seen anything like it. Oh, I see stuff like that from time to time. I mean, it was kind of scary. Oh look, speaking of spray paint. Look right there, that guy was spray painting right there. Look. That guy's tagging up that thing right there. I'm gonna get out of here just because Yeah, I think he saw me filming. But yeah, so that with the schizophrenic Asian woman and the homeless man, that was kind of freaky because the guy, you know, he was about to get violent with her, you know, and I was filming. I didn't say a whole lot during the encounter, but when he got off of the bus, I was like, thank God. And I was standing there on the stairs up, and if he was to try to come back on the bus, I would have made sure that he couldn't. But let me. Yeah, fortunately that never came to blows. But yeah, I was going to intervene if anything got too crazy. I did see something else. There's another video where there was a woman who actually got hit by a man with a cane. So, you know, after just seeing, you know, how things would happen if people don't intervene, I try to intervene in the future. I mean, that one there where the woman got hit. Oh, here's an attacker again. That's the guy who was tagging up. That's the guy who was tagging the little storage thing. What was I saying? Larry with a white beard. Okay. Okay, here, I'll read this. Finn Ball. I'm sure that you're aware of the homeless man Larry with the white beard and hair. When I was in Starbucks in West Portal and he came in screaming that he was about to poop his pants. Everyone was shocked. That Larry guy, everybody who tells me about Larry tells me that you know, tells me bad stories about him, you know, that he used to go to their church and then he punched the pastor in the face or something along those lines. I hear nothing but bad stories about him. Yeah. Dirty Larry. He was like I've never seen somebody just let themselves go that much. Love don't live here no more. Oh, here. Look here. So, if you guys can see that sign over there, the Academy of Art University. Oops, I'm trying to zoom out now. The Academy of Art University is actually the #1 landowner here in San Francisco. They make a ridiculous amount of money with their schools over here, private schools. Just made some. Wow, Jay Mees, where are you at? Where do you live? Do you work a graveyard shift? Or are you over in like Europe somewhere? World Class Gentleman Club and Restaurant, Golf Club. Oh look. Khabib McGregor, watch it here. So for the Khabib McGregor pay-per-view, it says you could watch it here. How much would it cost?
Regular cover price, I'm pretty sure. But if you want to know, go online at goldclub.sf.com.
Oh, you can't tell me the cover price?
It's going to be at least $20.
$20, okay.
But it might be higher.
Is there like any drink minimum or anything like that? Okay.
Get a cover price before you can get inside.
Okay.
That's the $20, but it might be more for a fight.
Sure.
Like that. If you go online at goldclub.sf.com, that'll show you all the details.
All right, cool. Thank you. Okay. Let's see. There was an extremely dirty guy in San Trans going on the El Camino Real. He made everyone throw up, and he didn't get off till the end of the Daly City. He was miserable. Oh man, I have some stories to tell similar to that. I'm in Sacramento, bro, but originally from the Bay. Yeah, I used to live in Sacramento. Yeah, working nights. Yeah, it kind of sucks having to work at night time. Oh look, let me go. This is another little area off in the middle of nowhere. I'm gonna go see what they have over here. Flag makers. Wow, how would you ever come across this building? I mean, that's where I came through. And I don't understand why people make these useless structures here. You know? Like, is this supposed to be art? Is this supposed to be a bench? You know, like, chilling on this thing right here. Let me see what this flag makers is. American Giant. No, it used to be flag makers. Emerson. I can't read the rest, it's kind of worn out. Yeah, I think I will head back to where I was going again. Head back over to Market Street. Actually, it's pretty cool coming around here at night, you know. It's a bench that prevents people from sleeping on it. But it's not really a bench either. You're not going to see people sitting on there, typically. And if you wanted to sleep on it, like, look, it could be like one of those, you know, 20s lounge chairs. Let me see. Here I am. See? You know? It's actually more comfortable than the average bench. Looks appropriate for skateboarding. I don't know, it'd be hard to skate on that. I mean, you're gonna go like, Oh, see? This is why. It's the San Francisco Museum of Modern Art. Look at that. Look at these ass hats. What are you looking at? What are you looking at? You know, personally, I feel like modern art is art for people who should be authors, should be writers, but want to be artists. Because there's always about what's written on the placard next to the non-piece of art that you're looking at, rather than looking at a piece of art. Personally, I feel like if you make, you know, a visual art, there should be some aesthetics involved, you know? But I guess I'm more of a classical artist. But seriously, that was ridiculous. The Museum of Modern Art, and it shows people looking at like a canvas that was just red, you know? That is art. Art is just a simple color. Then you don't even need to have something hanging. Just look at the wall. Here's a cool little building over there. It's funny, the buildings that used to be big, they used to stick out. They're now little buildings. It's crazy. Slowly, San Francisco, I mean the downtown area. You know what the craziest part about all of this? The financial district is built on top of some sunken ships. There's not even solid land down here. So there's what was I gonna say? Yeah, there's every once in a while they'll rip up like an old building. They'll rip up the foundation, and they'll find these old ships that actually used to be water over here that they sunk ships to continue to build over. You know, so here I am outside the SF MoMA. What's funny is they're showing things that are not modern art. You know? That does not look like modern art. This may be modern art, but I don't know about that. And then they got, you know, that's not modern art. Cool video, thanks for sharing. Thank you. Oh, actually, I think I'm by Yerba Buena Gardens, right? Is that what the YB is for? Oh shit. Nearly got hit by this car here. Okay. I'm outside the St. Regis. Yeah, there we are. The, oops. Yerba Buena Center for the Arts. Let me show you guys this little building over here. Not building, sorry. I'm going to show you Yerba Buena Center. It's a cool little area that not very many people go around. It's over by the city Target and you know, the Metreon. It used to be the Sony Metreon, but Sony pulled out. It used to be actually super cool over in that little area. You know, there was the PlayStation store and various Sony stores. Every time there'd be like a major launch, like the PlayStation 3 or the PSP, there would be, you know, a huge gathering over there. Let's see, let me see that. Cool. In college, I got a huge extra credit just to visit some museums. Maximum of 3 museums were allowed, and I went to 3 in SF in one day. It was a fun and expensive day. Yeah, there are some cool museums. And galleries and whatnot. You know, like there's the Palace of Fine Arts. There's, you know, various other places that you could go visit. There's the De Young Museum, which is right across from the California Academy of Science. The Legion of Honor. So, which museums did you go to? Okay, so Yerba Buena Center for the Arts. I don't really care about the Center for the Arts, I care about this. Here we are over in a little park over here. And you'll see, again, this is going to be pretty. So there's the Metreon. It's got the AMC, got the IMAX. I have no idea actually what this building is. I see it all the time. I have no idea what's in there. And like I said, it's always under construction around here. You see that giant crane over there. SF MoMA, De Young, and Legion of Honor. Okay. Yeah, I used to work over at inside of the California Academy of Science, and it was pretty cool. You know, getting to know the scientists over there, and they would work, you know, with the various animals there. They had some penguins there. Let me show you that. It's going to be a little bit noisy where I'm going to take you, and it's actually over this way. I want to show you guys something. Wow, it's only 9:46. You know, you walk around, like I said, it's just crazy how everything shuts down. So there's a little monument that's over here, and it's like a Martin Luther King monument, I think. It's crazy how loud. It's under some falling water, actually. There's a little walkway. Hopefully the signal doesn't cut out when I go under there. Over there, that's like the little Target or mall or whatever. You see, no one here in any of this park. Actually, even if you come in the daytime, the only people that really come here are homeless people. Okay, so it's not illuminated. I thought it would be illuminated more. It's incredibly loud here. They got Martin Luther King here. You know that feeling when you get out of a concert and you're kind of adjusting to it not being incredibly loud? That's what it feels like coming out of there. Craziest strip club in SF, at least back in the day, was Cinema on Market Street. Well, I haven't been to too many, but the O'Farrell Theater was pretty crazy when I was there. Just because it was basically straight prostitution in there. You know, I walked in there. I was 17. I lied to get in there, and they didn't check the ID. And I just thought I would go in there and see stuff. And I had women grabbing on me right from the get-go. Before I could even get in and sit down, they're already grabbing my junk, telling me that, offering their services. But, you know, I didn't do anything, but I have to tell you, at 17, when you're all awkward, feel like women, you know, think that you're disgusting or whatever, you know, just feeling uncomfortable in your own skin, I felt like a king. Yeah, I never went back there. However, my friend went back there, spent $600 in one day. Are there any casinos in SF? Well, you know, there's underground gambling, but there's no proper casinos. It's not legal. But you know, there's lots of buses that can take you to some place where you can gamble legally. That's okay, Jamie. That's how it was in Tijuana when we went to the nightclub. It's 9:50. Okay, that's how I was in Tijuana when we went to the nightclub on the strip and women were grabbing me, telling me all kinds of stuff. Well, yeah. How fat? Oh, how fat did you get as a kid? For you guys who didn't watch before, I talked about when I was a kid, I was put on some heavy antidepressants, and I actually I think I got my fattest at like 13. So from 11 to 13, I was putting on weight, and at 13, I was like around 300 pounds. So I was probably only like, I don't know what, like 5'6" at the time, or like, you know, somewhere below 6 foot, and I was 300 pounds. You know, right now I'm 6'8", and I'm probably like 205 pounds. Just to put that to perspective, I was a big boy. Let's see, I was 218 at 6 foot, and now 6'3", now 190. It all depends. 190 at 6'3", that could be pretty good. That could be really good, actually. 218 at 6 foot. You know, it depends how you wear it. But for me, it was all fat. Yeah, I'm 6'8". Do you play basketball? No, I don't play basketball. I've always been more interested in, you know, I was always been more interested in art and whatnot when I was younger. Now that I'm older, I'm more interested in you know, mixed martial arts. Although I did play baseball, but you know, being tall in baseball is a huge liability. I mean, I guess the pitchers are tall, and I did pitch for a little bit. But you know, your strike zone is huge, and I was so much bigger than the other people. The umpire behind me would call strikes, which would be like flying by my knees. I was like, this is ridiculous. I can't be golfing while I'm, you know, golfing for balls while I'm trying to be at bat. So. Yeah, when I was a kid, I played various sports that actually being tall was no good for. You know, like soccer. I played soccer, although I would be goalie from time to time, and you know, height would be good for being goalie. No homeless at the Salesforce Park? No, there were. I showed somebody who actually stole one of those bins, the recycling bins. And there were some other people, but they had security that were around there all the time. And there was a few tourists that had gotten lost there, and police actually were called. Yeah. But there definitely are homeless people around here. Let's see, I'm working almost 80 hours over the next 6 days. Oh, I had to work like that before when I was living on my own. That's not sustainable. I feel sorry for you, Jimenez. Is that Jamies? Let me try to see if I can get all the comments. Okay. What's your job? What kind of work are you doing? I am starving from all this walking. It's almost 10. Okay, so back over on Market. There's CVS and 7-Eleven. Should I go there or should I go over to... I'll go over to Walgreens. Yeah, Jamies, you never answer. What kind of work is it? There's a couple times in my life where I've worked nearly that much. When I used to live over at Turk and Leavenworth, and you know, my roommate left and I was left alone with the place. I had to pay for the whole place myself, and I was working at Abercrombie and Fitch minimum wage, and I just took all the shifts that I possibly could. So, you know, technically I was part-time, but actually I was working over 60 hours a week, and you know, unfortunately they were making me wear flip-flops. I had blisters all over my feet. Let's see. The other time that I worked that much when I was over at what is the name of it? When I worked over at Sega, you know, it was crunch time, and the PlayStation 3 was about to launch, and we were on a launch title, and I had to work like 60 hours a week. I was working through holidays, working through my birthday and everything. Have any eviction stories? No. I always paid my rent. I either paid my rent or I left. I never did anything like that. You should walk around Haight Street and Golden Gate area for your next stream. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. And also, I think being over in is that a hospital town? No, maybe not. I think it would be interesting to go to other neighborhoods like Chinatown. I just need to go during the daytime. See, there's always something going on at Carl's Jr. Burger and Walgreens around Market. Yeah, the Carl's Jr. over by Civic Center. I was in there before, and there's a homeless guy who went in there and was yelling at the security, talking about how the security guard was a crackhead and stuff. And the security guard was getting all upset and threw him out. But that homeless guy was right, that the security guard was actually doing crack out there with the homeless people. I mean, he was missing teeth and everything. See, I work 2 jobs. Both are contracting jobs for the federal government. I'm working hard. I'm working this hard due to needing to help family, plus I'm a single guy living and working alone. Yeah, that's too bad. You know, I mean, on the one hand, when you are going to work like that, it's better to be alone. You know, when I was working at Sega, everyone was upset that they were making us work so much. But me, being single, I loved it, you know, I loved making all that money. You know, because we're working time and a half, and then as it went even beyond that, we're earning double time. So, yeah. Let me see. I've always wanted to live in SF too, but too expensive. As I progressively made more money, SF progressively got more expensive, so it was always out of reach. Yeah, you know, it's out of reach for people who've lived here their whole lives. Isn't Carl's Jr. gone now? No, I believe it's still at the same spot. Noah Kitty. How long were you out of school when you were... I can't read that. Let's see. Out of school when you were living with your mom. I was not out of school. I actually... I was from 11 to 13. I was with my mom. But I was constantly truant when I was with my mom, and actually they'd send truancy officers from time to time. The one at Union Plaza is gone now? Oh really? I thought I just saw it. Oh well, my information's outdated. Sorry about that. Let me go see if I can grab like a sandwich or something over from the Walgreens. Okay. Oh, let me just show you guys where I'm at. I'm at Market and 4th Street. So, just going into that Walgreens right over there. Oh look, the clock, for once, is almost on time. What is your favorite rooftop to go in SF? Probably my own rooftop because it's so close to home. I haven't gone to many other rooftops. I mean, you know, actually, my favorite is gone now. My favorite would have been over at the Cathedral Hill Hotel. But yeah, that's no more. You a golfer? No, the only golf I've ever played was miniature golf. Oh look, we got, this is the downtown area that I know. When you were in San Jose, I'm assuming you were on the east side since you mentioned all the gangs. I grew up on the east side as well. No, I was mostly in South San Jose. You know, over by Blossom Hill. You're an extremely disciplined person, Lee. I think I used to be extremely disciplined. I'm not sure how disciplined I am now. I used to be on a very regimented diet, but it's hard to do that when you're you know, when you have a wife and child and you can't control what other people buy and bring in the house. And I've tried to put limits on what goes in the house, but I've been overruled, so I kind of relaxed my stance on having a strict diet. But yeah, I lived over in South San Jose. I went to Alex Anderson Elementary, actually, and hold on, let me charge my phone. I just got a warning. Oh man, I'm gonna sit down for a second. Noah, why do you say I'm extremely disciplined? Oops. Yeah, my when I was over in going to Alex Anderson Elementary, I wanted to go hang out over at the elementary school after school got out, and I couldn't go there just because it was filled with gangs. It was just Norteños everywhere. Everybody was wearing red and had red bandanas and stuff. And my friend was a he was a Serrano. So I was like, come on, let's go. I didn't know that he was at the time. He was like, no, we can't go there. I was like, come on, man, it's no problem. And then he reached into his pocket, pulled out a blue handkerchief, and I was like, oh crap. Yeah, when I was in elementary, my friend, he was my best friend at the time, named Stephen Black, who was like lived 2 doors down from me. He was 2 years older than me, so I met him when I was like 9, and he was a drug dealer. You know, he got busted when he was 12, selling drugs inside his school. Like he handed an envelope to a friend in class, or to someone in class. The teacher brought it to the front. She was going to read the letter in front of everybody in the class. Opened it up, and it was filled with weed. Let's see. You don't cry often. You made a life for yourself despite all you've been through. Yeah, sometimes I think about it. I think about, well, why is it that I've managed to do all right while everyone else around me kind of has it, you know? I don't know what exactly it was, you know? I would think maybe it's like going through therapy and doing everything after getting taken out of my home, but other kids had the same thing, and all the other kids you know, had problems with addiction or homelessness, and it's just sort of been a non-stop issue for them. If I were you, I'd be in a mental hospital. Oh, I've been in mental hospitals before. I've been in a few mental hospitals, but it was only because you know, life was so difficult in some of those places. I would pretend to try to kill myself just to get out of there, and they'd put me inside the mental house, you know, the institutions, just to watch me and whatnot. Put me on Ativan. They don't actually have any sandwiches here. I was looking around. They had salads. I don't know what there is to eat. I may have to go home to actually eat something. My sister was 5152. Yeah, the best would be is if you actually go to the hospital. You know, every time that I would do something like that, because it was something crazy, like staying at home, and it would just be too difficult to deal with my mother, you know, and her very psychotic episodes. So it would be refreshing to go over to the hospital, you know, or to go over to not the hospital, what is it? To like an institution. You know, I'd be there for a few weeks and then go back. But yeah, I mean, the same thing for when the group homes, you know. When the group homes got bad, I would do stuff along those lines. And I'd be taken out and be in an institution, then come out and then go to a children's shelter instead of back to the group home. So, of course, it's not the ideal thing. Did you say your mom was schizophrenic? Yes, my mom was paranoid schizophrenic. I say was because she's dead now. Do you drink energy drinks? No, I don't consume any caffeine. Like I said, you know, when I used to be on this very regimented diet, I used to not eat anything, you know, any sugar or anything like that. I've relaxed a little bit, but it's probably for the best not to eat any of that stuff. I'm not really drawn to snacks and candies, but I will from time to time. Like, for example, yesterday I ate half a pie. I was just starving after going out on that huge walk over on the Golden Gate and just being so cold. So yeah, I ate half a pumpkin pie, but I used to just not eat anything of that nature. There's like no fresh food to eat other than like a salad. What's your future plans? Working towards a new... Oh, did they force other medications on in the institution? No, they forced Ativan on me. They made me take it orally and threatened to inject it if I didn't take it orally. But other than that, no, that was the only thing. What's your future plans working towards a career? I hope that one day in the future I'll be able to actually be able to make videos for a living, you know, to be able to make documentaries, to be able to make the kinds of videos that I always used to over on YouTube. Unfortunately, I can't make those videos on YouTube any longer without getting flagged. So, yeah, hopefully, if enough people... I think, I'm not sure if it's visible on stream. I think there should be some information down there saying join the Patreon, patreon.com/Lee's channel. And there should be some cards. If you click on the little eye in the circle over there, should open up and have a link over to the Patreon. But if I got enough people that were following me over on Patreon, then I wouldn't give a holy F what the hell YouTube did. Because I'd have an audience outside of YouTube, and I'd be able to make whatever I wanted, and if YouTube didn't like it, I'll just put it somewhere else. And I'd be able to be completely independent from them, you know? Xi Wong, is that right? I don't know how to pronounce that. Nice to see you too. I think it's the first time you were ever in a live stream, right? Nice to see you. Okay, let's see. try Instagram. I don't know. It's you know what? It's hard to build an awning. Something. Look, we got somebody changing over here. Over the Powell Street. I ate half a pumpkin pie yesterday. Yeah. I still say you should do a podcast because you have a great voice. You could have guests from time to time using Skype. You know, I've listened to quite a few podcasts, and some of the podcasts that I listen to that have that use Skype, my issue with those are that there's a delay on Skype. Well, first of all, I mean, it's kind of weird to have a podcast where you're not actually there with the person, but you know, you gotta basically take turns speaking. You can't have a natural back and forth because you're gonna be talking over each other. So you hear somebody talking, and then they'll stop, and then the other person, ha ha ha, and then stop, and then it goes, you know, over, or the other person, you know, it's just basically you guys take turns speaking, and that's not, you know, if you watch any of the good podcasts, they'll have them all there in person. I would like to have a podcast, you know. What I really would love to do is to be able to have a an advice podcast, you know? Basically like the old Loveline radio show. If I could find somebody who is like, you know, going through residency or something, who knows? You know, I think Alex W. is a nurse who lives here in San Francisco. Who knows, if I could find somebody that I could talk to that could take care of the medical advice portion, and, you know, if I had a podcast, I might be able to interact, and probably more of my humor would come through. You know, it's hard to be, you know, it's hard to you know, crack jokes and whatnot when you're like the only person around. You know, you don't know if you're bombing, you don't know if you're doing well or not until the comments come in a minute later. Let's see. No, Katie. I saw an interview of your dad at his Lee's comic shop, and I tell you, he resembles the perfect egotistical narcissist. Well, I don't know. I could link a video that has my dad being interviewed, and you can see me behind. It was, I think that interview, I forget what convention that was. It might have been, I don't think it was APE, so it must have been either, it was probably the WonderCon, but it was either WonderCon or what's that one over in Anaheim now? Or no, it's in San Diego, the Comic-Con, San Diego Comic-Con. Let me see, let me go. Looks like this Walgreens is going to have more food in it. So, alright. Let me see what kind of food they got over here. Yeah, this one's got a lot more fresh choices to choose from. But I think I may end up going for like an egg salad sandwich. Let me just make sure. Oh, for some reason it contains soy. I'm putting it back. How about a tuna salad sandwich? That is a new thing. I don't eat anything with soy, just because it's, and too much soy is disastrous for a man. Okay, let's see, tuna. Nope. Too bad. A corner of happy and healthy. That's what their logo is, right? It says seared tuna salad, but it looks like raw tuna in there. Sorry as I'm looking around at all the food over here. We got some sushi-like things over here. Wow, look at all those ingredients. It should be pretty simple. Should be fish, rice, seaweed, vinegar, avocado. I'm sorry for this resident sleeper content. Oops, sorry. I'm sorry. My dream is to travel the world being a minimalist with all my belongings fitting in a 40-liter backpack. One of my memories stored in my parents' house. Just sell everything I own and go. Well, I mean, you could do that. But it's sort of there'd be a solitary life choice. It'd be hard to get somebody to come along with you. Jamie's, how old? Oh, you are single though, right? So, how old are you? That's the better question. Walgreens sandwiches are okay. Walgreens sushi ain't it? Yeah. Oops. I would love an RV. What kind of brainwashing going on here, folks? What are you talking about, Doctrine Enforcer? Chrissy J, I would love an RV. When I was a kid, that's what I really wanted. When I was young, I just thought, wow, that'd be so cool. You just drive anywhere you want. That'd be your house. But that's sort of an idealized version. Being 6'8", it would not be the best thing in the world to have an RV. You know what? I think I'm just gonna get a coconut water. Why is this warm? Oh, you just put that in. Okay.
Customer service needed in Zone M.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm single, no kids, no attachments, really. I'm 38, going 39 soon. Is that lifestyle choice? You would like to be single? Jesus hates his fans. What is this?
Last call, can you call 226?
I don't know what is going on with Doctrine Enforcer. Let's see, I started to travel solo to Thailand before and it was great. Can't wait for friends because excuses are always endless. Never felt alone, always was able to start conversations and help get out of my introversion. Okay, let's see. Lee, when did you become an atheist? I've always been an atheist. Hold on, I gotta keep an eye on. I'll respond to all you guys' questions after I get rung up.
Number 6 is 9 is open.
Okay.
Hi.
Hey there.
Do you need to bag it off?
No, I'm fine.
No? Carlos, $2.99. Okay. Thank
All
you.
right, thank you. All right, let me just sit down and drink this. Okay, let me see what you guys are going on about. Let's see. Church is a scam, they lie and sugarcoat. What is going on, Doctor? I was never saying anything about religion whatsoever. Okay, you need to live stream more though. This is fire. Let's see. Where are you? I'm by the cable car turnaround. I'm over inside of a Walgreens. See, here's the Walgreens here. I got a little area to sit down. Wow, this is sweet.
Hi there, we're closing this area right now, so we're taking
all the added sugar.
And all the chairs. Okay? Resting. Good to go.
That's too sweet. It's ridiculous. It's not even like real coconut water.
Resting. Where?
Okay.
Upstairs, did you help finding something?
Are you into Charles Darwin? I mean, he's cool. He's as the founder of the theory of evolution. Hello, Sugar Plum Fairy. Hi, Logan. Thank you for the $3. Is that the same Walgreens where the guy tried to steal the toilet paper? No, this one's not. That one was over on Market Street. Hey, you know what's crazy? It says, oh, there it goes. That was a huge delay from when you said it to when it popped up on screen. Thank you again, Ilo. Is it the same? Okay, I'll buy champagne. What do you think about flat earthers? Well, hold on one second. Okay, so what do I think about flat earthers? Well, I don't know. That's just if you were to get like a Venn diagram of flat earthers and conspiracy theorists, I think it would just be one circle. I don't think that it would actually be a Venn diagram at all. But I don't know. I feel like people should be allowed to believe whatever the hell they want to believe, as ridiculous as it may seem. I mean, obviously, there's no reason to actually try to debate whether or not the Earth is round. It's already been well established. What's funny about these conspiracy theories? It takes an incredible, many incredible leaps of faith to think that it's a giant conspiracy that NASA's trying to cover up, and that all these other things are trying to cover up, and that all of the global positioning devices are constantly changing to make you fly in circles so you never actually get to the rim. And honestly, if there really was a cliff off of the edge of the Earth, I think that would be a major destination where people would go to. And honestly, we would probably be dumping all our garbage off of the edge of the Earth. Anyhow, will you be at the Folsom Street Fair? I don't know. When is the Folsom Street Fair? Do you believe 9/11 was an inside job? Now, there's going to be people who are going to be upset for me to say this, but no, I don't believe that 9/11 was an inside job. So a lot of people talk about Tower 7 and how that thing blew up, but they don't know that there was actually gasoline generators, or I think diesel generators within the building. So that was actually like halfway through the building. There's a reason why that thing blew up. You could actually see there's actually footage now from other angles which shows it burning and decaying away before it blew up, or was detonated. I'm not sure. So Lee, how is your daughter? I saw her on your Twitter profile, and she's such a beautiful princess, and she has such a lovely smile, just like her dad. Well, I love her too. I love her too. I think she's the best. It's crazy, you know. I'm proud of everything she does. You know, you see, I put a drawing of her that she did, and personally, to me, I think it's amazing. You know, I think it's amazing that everything that she does. That's just what it's like being a father, I guess. Did you see those kids in the background saying "What's up" to the street? Yeah, look, they went that way. I turned around, but I only saw like a little half glance from them. Sorry, it's still pretty thirsty. Wow, so I guess that Doctrine Enforcer guy is gone, huh? Went off to go haunt the next stream. Let's see, when will you go to the 2020 Market Safeway? Lee, I thought you were going there today. No, I wasn't going to go there today. I could go there another time. You know, there's a lot of people who want me to go a lot of places. But I don't know, it might be it might be better to get footage there rather than to live stream, because if I'm around there talking, they're probably going to be looking at me, and you know, it might be a little bit more dangerous. But if I were to go there and be inconspicuous and just look like I'm shopping, I'd probably be able to see more people. Okay, hold on. I've been watching a really cool, this is from James, I've been watching a really cool YouTuber called The Fisherman's Life, and he's out of SF. He got me wanting to go fishing and crabbing again. If I ever come out there, we should link up. Yeah, I've seen a lot of fishing and crabbing over here. Actually, I think there's some limits put in place on what fish you can fish for and how many fish you can grab, and I think that commonly gets people don't pay attention to that. Let's see, hold on. Oops, sorry. Ever been into skateboarding? From Sam. You know, when I was a kid, what was really popular were tech decks, and you know, I was in a group home. I say kid, I was like early teenager. And I really wanted a tech deck. I wanted it so bad. They're always advertising it. And tech decks are these little finger skateboards. And so, how we got gifts, we had to write to Catholic Charities talking about what we wanted for Christmas. And what I wrote down for what I wanted for Christmas, I wanted a CD player, and I wanted, hold on. I wanted a CD player and I wanted a tech deck. And when Christmas came around, my friend Carlos, who was inside the house, got 3 CD players. I got a tape player and some blank tapes. And instead of a tech deck, I got one of those little skateboards. You know, those like 1.5-foot skateboards, something like that. So, all that stuff, I basically got nothing, right? I didn't get anything that I wanted. So, that was the brief time. That little skateboard, it was way too small for me, especially when I was younger, I was overweight, so that was a no-go. I ended up just giving that to somebody else. Let's see. I think coconut water is gross. I don't know how people drink it. It's probably because, you know, most soaps nowadays are made out of coconut, so it probably tastes like soap to you, right? Because that coconut flavor is like a soap flavor now. How easy is it to shoplift there? Yeah, it's... you're talking about over at this Walgreens? I mean, any place like this where you're able to go around and grab what you want, it's going to be relatively easy. All right. Raw coconut water I'm into, but not the bottled stuff for some reason. Yeah. Obviously that'd be better. Yeah, I had some of that raw coconut water, and that was pretty delicious. Oh, this guy says he's an army vet. I don't know about that. You were in the army?
Yeah.
What'd you do in the army?
I was 11 Bravo.
You were what?
11 Bravo infantry.
You were infantry?
Yes, sir.
So what was your rank?
I made it to, I almost made it to E4, and then I got kicked out for smoking weed.
Oh, you did?
So I got a chapter 1412 Charlie Summary Court Martial. So I almost made it to E4, then they busted me back down to E1, and then kicked me out other than honorable. So it's not like a dishonorable or a bad conduct. So I'm in the process of getting an upgrade right now.
Sure.
So that I can get my benefits.
Yeah.
I did 2.5 years. I didn't go to war, but I went to Korea. I spent a year in Korea.
How'd you get weed over there in Korea?
No, I didn't get weed. When I was in Korea, I didn't do nothing. I just drank. You know?
Sure.
And then when I came back to the States, my neighbor had weed, and I smoked it on leave. And then I was in Texas for about a year, and then one of my buddies had unpacked a black and mild and packed it full of weed, and I foolishly hit it, and then it was like something I started doing every day.
Where was this again?
Fort Bliss, Texas.
Oh, okay, Texas.
Right on the border of Juarez.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, you know.
Yeah. How long have you been homeless for?
I've been out here for like 9 years.
9 years?
But I haven't been homeless the whole time. It's been like little waves.
Yeah.
You know?
How old are you?
I just turned 30.
30. So what happened after you left the service?
I came out here. You know, it's just to be kind of homeless, you know, and
sure.
Just exist, you know. And then I caught some worse addictions.
What are you addicted to now?
I'm on methadone.
Oh, methadone.
But I was on heroin for a while.
Sure.
And
you know, the methadone's pretty hard to get off. It's harder to get off of than the heroin itself.
Yeah, I've kicked it before in the past, and you know, it is.
But it takes like months, right?
It takes a month.
Yeah.
It takes about a month.
You ever been in any treatment center or anything like that?
Yeah. I go to 12-step meetings every now and then. You know?
Sure.
You know, I'm not quite ready to get off methadone yet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when I am, I'm gonna definitely immerse myself in the NA program.
Yeah.
100%, you know, 'cause I know that it works.
Sure.
You know.
What's your name, by the way?
My name is CJ.
CJ?
Yeah.
I'm Lee. Nice to meet you.
Or Christian's my, you know. CJ
Sure.
my initials.
Okay. So, here, you know what? Let me give you something.
Okay. Okay.
I got a YouTube channel where I talk to people about their lives. I used to be homeless too.
Okay.
What size T-shirt do you wear?
Medium.
Medium? All right.
Large, medium.
All right, hold on. Let me give you a T-shirt. There you go.
Sweet. I think you're Lee, right?
I'm Lee, yeah.
Okay.
So that's my channel. If you ever go on, you can check it out. But you can keep that. You can do what you wish with that. But that's my gift to you. So if you get cold or whatever, if you, you're free to do what you want with that. Yeah, no problem. You don't stay at a shelter or anything?
Right now, I'm staying with a friend.
You're staying with a friend?
I'm not really homeless, but it's not my home. No, I got some outrage. So. What was the last question?
Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh well, so you've been in San Francisco this whole 9 years?
San Diego, Santa Clara, like in California.
Sure.
Like I went up to Humboldt for a couple weeks.
Okay.
I haven't left California though.
Oh, okay. I was just asking. So you've never been in a homeless shelter here in San Francisco?
I don't like the shelters.
Okay.
You know, I don't do well in that environment.
Yeah.
Too many wing nuts, and I just can't. I'd rather be freezing my ass off, sleeping on concrete than in a dirty shelter with a bunch of wing nuts.
Do the cops mess with you?
Not that much. I don't really give them a reason to though.
They've never taken your blankets or anything?
No. I mean, I've lost campsites before, but
yeah.
You know, that's because the inventory. Huh? I have no idea.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'll let you get on with your stuff. Just wanted to talk to you for a little bit. All right. I'll see you around then.
All right. Thank you, Lee.
All right.
You
See
have a good night.
You too. So, I gave that guy a T-shirt. The reason why I actually on my Patreon there is somebody who is a Patreon supporter at the Patreon Saint level, and basically with that they give me money and I donate T-shirts. So I was hoping that I would be able to get enough people as Patreon supporters to where I can actually just bring a whole stack of them and drop them off at the Larkin Street Youth Center shelter where I used to be. But you know, with only one supporter, I'm gonna have to give out T-shirts on a personal basis rather than, you know, it's gonna be pretty ridiculous to go over to a shelter and just give them one measly T-shirt. So I will edit that and upload that as the Patron Saint drop-off video for the day. Now look here, we got some cops here. Oh, it's a homeless guy.
Hi, we're filming too. Bye.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, buddy.
There's no malintent. I'm just walking. I'm live streaming. You want to say anything to the live stream?
No. Wherever it's got from.
Okay.
Bye.
See you guys. I don't know. They didn't really like that. So I don't know. Those cops were kind of on edge. I think there's too many people who take footage of the cops and then, you know, put videos up there. lot of people try to push the limits of their freedoms with the cops, and it doesn't really work out in their favor all the time. We got somebody begging down here. So I felt for that guy, you know, discharged or not. I feel like, you know, he still shouldn't be homeless after formerly being for the military. Then again, you know, he's struggling with addiction, so it's probably a bit more than just weed that he got kicked out of there for. I mean, he was talking about alcohol too. So I think I'm gonna go. Oh look, here's somebody performing over here. That's pretty good guitar playing too. So I think I'm gonna head over into the park because things kind of shut down a little bit early on Sunday. You calling it a day? Yes, I will be calling it an evening, I think. I'm going to be heading home. My hip hurts actually from doing all this walking the last couple days. Let's see. Any other question? Great stream. Thank you, iLogan. I'm glad you guys liked it. Although it's still ahead a little bit of bullet points. I really should come prepared with talking. Oh look, down here. You know, we're underground. There's birds everywhere. These pigeons here. There's no way they're going to survive down here. There's a bar train there. There's no way these pigeons are going to survive. There's no water.